How do Hague regulations define hors de combat, protection? Imagine being wounded or captured during a conflict and still needing protection. That's where the idea of hors de combat comes into play in international humanitarian law. The Hague regulations, which focus on how wars are fought and what methods are acceptable, do not directly define hors de combat. Instead, they are part of a bigger legal system that includes the Geneva Conventions. These conventions clearly lay out protections for those no longer participating in hostilities. A person is considered hors de combat if they are wounded, sick, or captured and unable to continue fighting. They must also not try to fight back or escape. This status is about making sure they are treated humanely and not harmed unnecessarily. The Geneva Conventions, especially the first additional protocol, specify that anyone in the power of an enemy who shows an intention to surrender or who is wounded or sick is hors de combat. These individuals must stop hostile acts to keep their protected status. In practice, this means that soldiers who are wounded or prisoners of war cannot be intentionally targeted or harmed. If someone signals they want to surrender or is clearly unable to fight, they are protected from attack. This rule helps prevent unnecessary suffering and keeps warfare within the bounds of humanity. The Hague regulations support this idea indirectly by setting rules about how wars are fought, emphasizing that certain means and methods of warfare are unacceptable. So, even though the Hague regulations do not give a detailed definition of hors de combat, they are part of a legal framework that aims to limit the brutality of war. They work alongside the Geneva Conventions to protect civilians and combatants who are no longer able to fight. This system of laws is built on the principles of humanity and distinction, making sure that those who are hors de combat are respected and protected. It's about ensuring that even in war, there are rules that protect the vulnerable and uphold basic human dignity.